Hello everybody, it's Mr. Pop Talks Indoors, and oh my goodness me, we got a treat. It's actually something a little different really, in terms of our guests that we've had on before, in terms of the perfumery world. We have an international beauty expert, this gentleman here, Armand. I tell you, Armand Beasley is here in the house. Armand, how are you?
I'm really good. All the better for seeing you, Peter. How are you?
You look so good. What have you been doing for lockdown? I tell you, look fantastic.
I've been loving lockdown. It's been really good.
And the weather's been good to us and kind to us.
Been great.
Wow. Yeah. So, Armand, this is seriously for Pulse Perfumery a very special moment because we've never ever interviewed or spoke with an international beauty expert and writer, which hopefully we're going to share over the next sort of like 20 minutes or so. So would you please introduce yourself to our lovely audience who are out there looking at this particular video?
Of course. My name's Armand Beasley. I am an international makeup artist, beauty expert. I'm an actor and also presenter, and I specialize in obviously beauty and grooming. And I started off as an actor, and I needed to make some money, and I got a job working in a department store in Manchester called Kendall's, and I seemed to took to it like a duck to water, really. And from Clinique, I went to Yves Saint Laurent. From Saint Laurent, I went to Givenchy as a national makeup artist, and then I trained in every major cosmetic company, set up a little beauty hub in Kendall's. I came back to Manchester and set up the beauty hub in Kendall's, and it was the first personal beauty studio outside London, and it went really well. So I did that for a couple of years, and then that's when I found myself on TV as a beauty expert, because I think it was Granada Reports, actually, the local TV station here in the Northwest, and they asked if anybody could come on that wasn't attached to one particular beauty brand. And so I was the only one in the area that could do that. So I ended up going on TV, and then I started going on radio, and then satellite TV, and then eventually I left House of Fraser and went freelance, and then I ended up on GMTV, and I did that for several years with the lovely Lorraine. Every week that was really good. And then I got my own TV show called Fake Over, where I stop people in the streets and transform them from top to toe. And then I fast forward now a few years. I've done the Oscars. I was BAFTA's official makeup spokesperson, and I pop up every now and then, still on TV, like shows like This Morning, and I do a lot of radio as well. So it's good. It's been a very organic growth.
I want your autograph already, Armand. Yeah, you've done everything. And I mean, without question, you have. I don't want to say worked on. I don't know if that's the right, because I'm not a beauty expert. But you have looked after, let's just say, some really famous faces. Right now, I want to know. Listen, do you get nervous when somebody says to you, you got an agent that phone up and said, I've got this particular person, and it's a huge star, or do you just go along, you forget who they are, and you look at them, a man or a lady or whatever, and you just, it's a blank canvas for you. Is that the deal, or do you get nervous, or?
I think the other time I really get nervous is if there's a lot of protocol involved. So if any international royalty, which I've done before, or working with the government. So there's a lot of protocol that comes with both of those arenas. But usually celebrities know, and I've looked after some pretty big stars, and I love people like you, Peter. We love people. We love engaging with them. I love finding out about them. And I also love just listening, because a lot of the time people don't want you to talk. They treat the time that they have with you as downtime for them. So I can just carry on creating, and if they want to talk and chat, then I'm there to listen.
Which is fantastic, and that's why you got to where you are, because you are a real people's person, and I know that because from the first minute that Pop met you, we love you anyway. And seriously, you're a massive, massive fan of ours, and we love you. Now, listen, I know you, Armand, you've travelled. I mean, incredibly, you've been all over the world. You mentioned LA, the Oscars, so you're obviously looking after the red carpet clients, and you're making sure they look and not just look but feel good, because that's one of your absolute passions. Not just to have anybody just look good, you've got to feel good, which you do. Now, you've been all over the world. Is there a place of favourite? I mean, is there some place that you've loved when you've been there? And is there a place that you haven't been but you'd like to go?
Oh, that's a really good question. Hollywood was amazing. You know, a little boy from the council estate in Rochdale. And I end up in this beautiful suite in Hollywood, and my room overlooked, I could see the Hollywood sign, and it was incredible. So that was a real highlight for me, the first time I went to Hollywood. Mumbai was insane, and I go there every year, and I should have been there last month actually, but obviously because of the lockdown I couldn't travel. But literally it's like being a rock star over there. It's insane. The people are so warm, they're so friendly, so enthusiastic, so passionate, and it's real.
Is it that you, when you go to Mumbai, is it that you teach the art of beauty, or I mean, you know?
No, I go over there every year to host Makeup Week. So I'm the presenter on the stage, and I'll also do my own presentation. And this is a group of other makeup artists from around India and surrounding islands. So they will come over for these seminars, and it's called Makeup Week. And we started the first one last year, Makeup Week India, and we did a virtual one a couple of months ago when I should have obviously been over there, which was really good to do. And maybe, depending on travel restrictions or whatever, I might be able to go over towards the end of the year. But so yeah, I host the stage. Really, I integrate with the other makeup artists that are watching, and then we have celebrity makeup artists from all over the world that come in to do a demonstration and to talk about their particular field. And it's great. It's a really good buzz. So I love that.
Amazing. Now, from your fame and through, without question, all your hard work and knowledge and about perfection, which we know you are, you write for a couple of I say a couple of magazines at least. I mean, you write for Cheshire Life magazine, which is in the north of England, which is probably the most, one of the many magazines that are quite famous here in the north. And you also write The Lady magazine as well. You write for them, you do a column and so on. Now, I've got to ask, is it that you, it's a difficult one, this one. Would you prefer to write or be the practical side? You know, I suppose you get the best out of both, really.
Yes. Yes, I think, I mean, with Cheshire Life, with The Lady has been going for 135 years. Wow. It's pretty incredible. And it just recently has gone to a monthly title. But I like doing that because with The Lady, I do a Q&A with the readers, which is great because I'm there to answer the questions for them. And with Cheshire Life, I have my own column, so I can, every month is a focus for me. And I also do the grooming column as well, with Cheshire Life. So I love the knowledge behind beauty, and I like making people feel good, as we said before, and that's very important to me. And also well-being is really important. And I think just, especially, we had the recession in 2008, and obviously we've gone in lockdown now, and people are obviously very nervous, but just for a woman to put a lipstick on, that little bit of luxury, that little bit of pampering, lights up her face. Even the routine of a guy shaving or cleansing his face.
I was going to say, what about us guys? What about
well, it's true. I mean, the psychology and the touch of just massaging your face and cleansing your face, for a man or for a woman, is wonderful. And that can just be a few minutes, a couple of minutes, or even a minute. And that is just so therapeutic, I think, for people. So I like the practicality, because I like doing makeup and making people feel good. But also, if I can pass on my knowledge through text or through video format or presenting, then I'm happy to do that as well.
Well, without question, we know that beauty it's embedded in you. It's in your heart and your soul, and looking after all of us. And thank you for that. As I'm sure there are so many millions of people out there that have met you that are really just loving you to bits, because not just what you do, but of who you are as a person, which is wonderful. And that's when we met you. But now we are a perfumery here in Knutsford. So just to ask the question, now we know that beauty is an essential part of your well-being and your day-to-day life, and how you look and how you feel. But what about fragrance? Now, is fragrance part of your beauty essential wardrobe?
You know what? Every time I've done a Zoom interview, and I've done lots of them over lockdown and Insta Lives, I always spray my fragrance, depending on how I feel. I always do. It's part of my wardrobe. It's part of the getting ready process. And I have different fragrances depending on how I feel. I only probably have maybe 5 my go-to fragrances, and they all unlock a certain part of me. And that's the beauty of fragrance. And I think it depends on how you feel as to what fragrance you pick up. Like today, I'm feeling very Ojan today. So, yeah.
Oh my God, my Parfum de Marly. Wow, that's an amazing fragrance.
I know, I love it. So yes, it's very much a part of me and a part of my consultations for my clients as well. I'll always advise, if they want it, on perhaps a fragrance for them as well, to complete their look. Fantastic.
Well, listen, just to say, there's another thing that I want to come on to, because you're not just everything that you acting and travel and beauty expert, global and everything else, but you've also, I hear and know that you produced a product which is pretty cool. It's called Pro Body Glow. I mean, how did that come about? I mean, so you created something for, and we know it's successful already, but so I'd like to know, how did it come about, and is there anything else in the pipeline that you might be doing?
Oh, you know what? I wish I had one with me. It's upstairs. So
well, you're glowing anyway.
I've actually got it on. So yeah, Pro Body Glow. It's 100% natural, high shine body balm for men and for women. Really conditioning, really nourishing for the skin. The way it came about was very bizarre. I was at the Manchester Evening News Diary party a couple of years ago. I think it was the last one that they did, actually. And I met a guy that worked for a company called Buzz Balm. And they do these lovely little lip balms and things. And he sent one to me and then said, what do you think? And I said, it's great. But I'm very honest, but very positive. I said, it's really good, but I'm not sure if I can do much with this. It's a really nice lip balm. And then we started talking. We really hit it off. And I said, well, what about working together on something? Because for a while, getting people ready for the red carpet or advising people on what to wear for a night out, I was struggling with body products because a lot of them contain petroleum. Yeah. And petroleum is not great for the skin. It's like wrapping your skin in cellophane. Nothing can get in, nothing can come out. It feels very smooth, but it's not particularly good for the skin. So we chatted, and then a year later and 50 formulations later, Pro Body Glow was born. And it's been a real labor of love between the two of us to create it. And I'm very proud that it's sustainable. It's made in Manchester, and it's ethical. It's got a low carbon footprint as well. And there's only 6 ingredients in there. But it doesn't feel greasy. So this shine is going to last me for most of the day.
I love it. I said, tell me where I can get it, and I'll go and get one. But that's amazing. I look forward to the next item that you are gonna work and produce. But I'd like now, Armand, because we're running out a little bit of time, and thank you so much for your time. But there's some questions here from some lovely clients. I mean, all our clients are lovely. Right, okay. Is there a famous celebrity, past or present, that you would love to make up if you had the chance?
Grace Jones.
Wow.
Yeah, Grace Jones for me was an icon. Annie Lennox as well was another icon for me who I would have loved to have made up. And Pete Burns was another one. Those are probably my three, I would say.
You never mentioned me? Oh, that sounds great.
You don't need makeup.
Right, and I have another question here. My question for Armand is, you are asked to take part in the Celebrity Castaway style program.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right. And you are only allowed to take 3 luxury products. What would you take? And this is from a lovely, lovely customer of ours and friend that is putting this question to you. So.
Okay. Okay, 3 items that I would take. I would take, obviously, my Pro Body Glow, because your skin's going to get dehydrated. So I'll have to rehydrate myself. And the great thing about that is I can use it on my face, I can use it on my lips. I would also take Green People Sunscreen Factor 15. And because it's reef friendly as well, so I can have a little dip in the ocean. And it's not going to pollute the ocean, so that's good. And then my third one would probably be Van Cleef & Arpels Precious Oud.
I love you.
That's great.
Absolutely. I love that. That is absolutely amazing. And my goodness me, what a fragrance. So there you go. Fantastic. Well, I hope that answers the question to our lovely, lovely friend and customer. Now, I live locally, and since discovering pot, always buy my fragrances from there. Well, thank you very much for that, young lady. How did you discover pot? Actually, that's a good point. How did you discover pot? And you know, and it said, do you have a favorite fragrance?
How did I discover pot? I knew of you because obviously I think our paths crossed years ago back in Kendall's when you were with
Hilda.
Yes.
Hilda, our consultant in Kendall's.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And I used to wear Grigio Perla. So you were working for La Perla, weren't you, at the time?
That's right, yes.
So, yeah, and that was one of my favorite fragrances back in the day. And I think we met there through Hilda. But then also I met your lovely better half as well, because through the wonderful Sanderson's department store in Sheffield. So I helped to curate that department store a few years ago. Yes, yeah. So that was about, I think, 3 years ago when I met Mel, and maybe 4 years ago. I'm losing time. And then that's when I came into the store thinking I must come in, because I know friends of mine, the editor of Cheshire Live, said, have you been into pop yet? No, I haven't been in. And I came in, and I was very lucky to be let out, quite frankly, because I could have quite easily have moved in there. Quite easily.
That is great. Thank you so much. Right. Now, ironically, this next question, I too, because obviously this person has read your bio, I too have worked in Kendall's. It's got Hoff Manchester many moons ago. This is interesting, Armand. Given the current health crisis, what do you think makeup shopping will look like in department stores when they reopen?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because at the moment we haven't really got much direction as to where we go in the beauty industry at the moment. I think perhaps consultants may be wearing the N95 face mask. I think if they're told to wear a face covering, I think it has to be a sufficient one that will allow people to exhale properly as well as inhale, because a lot of the face coverings that I'm seeing, like scarves wrapped around the faces, you're just going to be inhaling your bacteria. You're not exhaling your carbon dioxide. And that, to me, is really important, that our respiratory system is working properly. So maybe the N95 face mask, certainly gloves, probably surgical gloves, and maybe the Perspex screens.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing here at POP when we open on the 15th. I mean, we've had a bespoke, I'm turning around screen made, we've got gloves, we've got nobody touches any product and so on. So you're absolutely right, this is very interesting. Well, Armand, there is a last question, which, I mean, there's lots of questions, but we don't have, unfortunately, the time. We have here a question from a client that I think knows you. Is there a particular makeup brand that you admire and why?
Ooh, does it have to be makeup or can it be skincare as well?
All it is literally a question that's been sent through to us at info@Pulse of Perfumery saying, can I ask Armand, is there a particular makeup brand that you admire and why? So, I would probably say for makeup, Inika Organic, because it's a heavily certified brand. They do a fantastic powder foundation which protects you from UVA, UVB, and the pigments are pretty good. And for an organic brand to have good pigments is really good. So probably them. And as a skincare brand, I would say Skinergy, which is a British brand and husband and wife team, and their active ingredients are amazing. And it won't break the bank as well. So fantastic.
Inika Organic and Skinergy.
Well, listen, we're out of time, I'm afraid. I can talk to you all day. It's been wonderful. It's been an absolute lovely point of difference to our journey of Pop Indoors. And you listen, you've been an absolute star. Thank you so much for your time and sharing with you your immense knowledge, your passion, which is unquestionable. And we love to see you when you come to Pop. I can't hug you, which is a real shame. So virtual hugs and lots of love. But thank you. You have been an absolute delight. Thank you so much. And we'll look forward to seeing you, hopefully, very soon here. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Peter. Take care.
Take care.